Hey. So let's talk about the dark side. There's this very interesting story in India. Hindus follow it a lot. I usually don't go into the religious aspects of things too much, but it is a very fascinating story. It's called the Mahabharat, and it's kind of like a Game of Thrones, similar outline where you have one throne, you have the good family, you have the bad family, and they're all kind of, the line of succession is very clear, lots of jealousy, lots of, it's a very intriguing story written thousands and thousands of years ago. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is because there's a very interesting character named Krishna who comes in. And the reason he's such an intriguing character is because for the Hindus, he's considered to be God, an avatar of God himself, right? But what fascinates me a lot is the personality and the character building that they do of Krishna in the story of Mahabharat, right? By the way, one of the sons on the good family side is Arjun, and during war, right in the middle of war, Arjun has a crisis, and he asks Krishna, who is a third party. He's not part of the family. He just comes in at one point in the story to help the good guys. And Arjun just asks Krishna that, what's the point of all this? Why am I even doing this? I see my most loved people in front of me fighting each other. What's the point? And then Krishna takes him to the side. Krishna, by the way, volunteered to be his chariot driver. So he was driving the chariot that held Arjun. And Krishna takes him to the side away from the war and recites certain commandments, so-called, which is the Bhagavad Gita. You must have heard about the Gita, right? And that's how the Gita came to being. So it happened right in the middle of smack war, when Krishna kind of explains to Arjun the whole zoomed out level of how the world works. Anyways, I digress. So the character of Krishna is very interesting because he's shown to be righteous, but he's pretty damn clever. And he's going to pull out his strategy cards so damn well. And he bends the rules so damn well. And it's confusing to a lot of people because you don't see any flaw in someone that you're calling an avatar of God. But the reason it's so fascinating is in life, even for us, and especially for authentic people, the assumption is that, they're always supposed to be charity driven or just great people who can do no wrong. Now, the definition of wrong is very gray, right? And what authentic people do very, very well is they'll pull out their strategy card whenever they're in a situation that demands it, right? It's the need of the moment, right? And you don't always have to keep your head down and kind of just take the higher road. Not in every circumstance. Sometimes you gotta strategize, you gotta plan stuff, and then you gotta execute it. And it's simply to put the other side that might be in the wrong in its rightful place. It's just the divine design of things. So the reason I made this video today is because this character, Krishna, he pulls out such clever strategies at the most interesting moments of the story, and that's what authentics do pretty well too, because they understand that, assholes don't deserve to be treated like royalty. You can give them one shot, you can give them two shots, but if they keep pushing the wrong buttons, then you got to take out that sword and you got to bring out your strategy, right? And you're allowed to bend the rules because, well, that's kind of your purpose. But here's the thing, you execute the strategy, but the results you completely surrender. So you're not there for revenge, you're not there for vengeance, you're simply carrying out slap on the wrist like your teacher used to do, like that that's what authentics do very well. So they have a very balanced shadow side as well. They're not all happy-go-lucky, I love the world, I can do no wrong. Well, sometimes if there's a whole bunch of wrong people who come together to just bring you down, making alliances just to pull you down because they can't do it on their own anymore, you got to pull out your strategy side a little bit. And you just got to say, that's not how it's done. And that's basically it. So be smart, be clever. You still have to survive in this world, right? And that means sometimes you got to stay on top of the game. If you treat everyone with respect, which is your default mode anyways, right? But if you start seeing red flags, if you find someone who's trying to gaslight, manipulate, who's trying to get his way a bit too much by doing the wrong things, blatant lies told convincingly, well, they're still lies. Well, you got to take out your strategy card and kind of put things in order a little bit, because you're capable of that. And an authentic is very capable of that. So it's not all rainbows and unicorns. Sometimes it's dark and you own it because you know you can, right? So with that interesting analogy, I wish you a great day. Love you.